Welcome to the family with
Sage Robert Rasmussen.
Alex Brant Bernard Rasmussen.
Douglas Ward Sprinthal.
And Andy Brandt Bernard.
See, look at that. We all got it
Middle name
filled in.
unknown.
And of course, Nana late as usual.
Nana Late Brant.
Mm-hmm.
Nana late Brandt.
Yeah.
Should we just call her Nana late Brandt?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that most definitely. So what's going on in the world that we should know about, Sage? What's the most important issue to you? Uh-oh, I think I just heard
There's
Nana.
Nana Late Brant.
Mm-hmm.
Nana late Brandt is here with Judy.
You're late. We call you Nana Late Brant now.
Because of Sage, we had to use our middle names during the introductions.
Oh. I get it.
Sage, I got to tell you something. Matter of fact, this is for everybody because this is a family show. It's called The Family Show for a reason because the whole family is on it, except for Fawn, of course, who's busy dancing all the time.
Yeah. This is our last day.
Well, last day of dancing.
Mm-hmm.
We're tap intensive.
But I was talking to Dougie Sprinthal last night, a family friend, and said, you should come in tomorrow for the last 45 minutes of the morning show and then stay around for the family show because the family hasn't seen you in a while.
It's been a long time.
It
I
has.
know. I haven't seen you in a while.
It's absolutely true. So what's new in the world? Anything I should know about?
He's asking you,
Sage
Sage.
Robert, you're up.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, what are you watching on TV?
I'm gonna watch the Olympics.
Well, you are going to watch the Olympics.
Mostly basketball.
Oh, you like the
You
basketball
got the
team?
basketball Jones, do
He's
you?
very excited about the basketball.
Men's or women's or both?
Men's.
Okay.
Because Anthony Edwards is from our
Oh.
team.
Uh-oh.
USA
And-
has USA has the best team, I think, because they have like all the goodest players in the NBA
The
right
goodest players.
now.
The goodest.
Do you know
Oh,
where
okay.
do you know where basketball was invented?
He does actually. We have
Yeah.
a book about it.
Yeah. It was back in the late 1930s or I don't know. I mean way I don't know 100 years ago.
A little bit more than that,
That
but
was more
close.
than
Yeah.
I think it was invented in Springfield, Massachusetts
Yeah.
by a guy named James
Earl
Naismith.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have a book about it and we've read
Okay.
it.
Well, Canadians will
many
tell you it was
times.
invented in Canada.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They tell you it was
I
invented.
knew
Oh,
that.
How
was
did
there
they-
something
Back.
about a orange crate or something? Or
Yeah, they use
Peach crates.
Peach
Yeah.
baskets.
Yeah.
peach baskets and
baskets.
yeah.
Why did he have to come up with basketball? What was the reason?
Because there were mean
There.
gymnasts and they were tired of being doing all these stuff every day on the school.
Mean gymnasts.
And
Mean gymnast.
yeah,
I like it.
they're yeah. And then he invented basketball and they thought it was way funner.
Yeah, okay.
It is way funner.
It is. Yeah, it was a gym class that James Naismith taught.
Okay.
And all of them misbehaved and were a bunch of people had taught them and then they'd quit because they're like, this team can't get it together and we won't do it. And so he came up with basketball to keep them entertained.
So it's
And
both.
did.
It was invented in Massachusetts, but it was by a Canadian.
Oh, he's
James
Oh,
Naismith was
James
Canadian.
Canadian,
He's
yeah.
Canadian.
There
Or
you go.
Canadian American.
And he met
depending
his
on-
wife because some
Her
ladies
na-
from
her-
the girls' school came over to play basketball.
And her name was Peaches.
Her
They
name
named the
was
basket after her.
He goes, no.
I don't
Yeah.
know her name.
One thing you
I
need
made
to
it
know
up.
about
Martha
Sage is
something.
he's a stickler for hard facts.
Oh, yeah.
He does love facts.
He does love facts.
For sure.
Mhm.
Okay, I need help with everybody from top to bottom as far as the age bracket on the show. I don't know who this is. Who is Hawk Tua Girl?
Oh, boy.
It's a,
Oh,
it's a
let's-
meme.
Let's not talk about that on the
Yeah,
family
no,
podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Remember when we were talking about the current vice president's career?
Yes.
It's
Oh.
'Cause it
Anyway,
says
I'll tell you later.
Kinda
Hawk Tua
related.
Girl's 15 minutes of fame are already up.
Well,
Yes.
it's a dumb forced meme that was never funny. So
Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
So that's why I don't know what the hell it is.
mhm.
Yeah,
Skibbity
don't.
toilet has much more staying power.
Skibbity toilet?
Yep.
Skibbity toilet. Let's get on that.
Doug, are
Sage.
your kids too old for that?
I have no idea what it is, so
Well,
I'm guessing yes.
I guess so. Yeah.
How old are your kids?
Ellie just turned 21. She's the youngest, so 21 to 26.
So
Yeah.
she's like an older Gen Z, right?
Yeah, I
Is
guess.
that-
Whatever she is.
Yeah.
Well, and she's other than the summer, she's been out of the U.S. for the last 4 years.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's a global phenomenon.
It
so,
is okay.
Yes.
Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet. Yeah.
Sounds like a
Skibbity. It's
Skibbity.
Skibbity.
It's I'd say the age range there is probably like 10 to maybe 16.
yeah, it's like
every-
middle
Oh.
schoolers and
Mhm.
young high schoolers.
It's a middle schooler meme.
Skibbity. Yeah, they say skibbity.
Skibbity
a
bum
lot.
bum bum. Yes, yes.
What the? Honest to God, you know who skips the toilet
What?
is your cousin.
Ethan.
Oh, when he.
I heard
Oh.
Ethan just drop trow and
Just the
what are you-
once.
What
Just
are you
the
doing?
one time.
Just one time.
Goes behind a fence like a dog.
My son did that a couple
gotta
of
do
times.
what you gotta
when he
do.
was, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Where are you? Where are you? Pooping.
Yep.
I'm
Pooping?
pooping.
Might
Yep.
want to tell us the story again, Andy.
Oh,
Like I said, he's a natural at hosting.
gonna-
He really
He
is.
He's a natural.
He's
at
a
so
hosting.
natural
Andy, I
host.
hear your son has done something.
Oh my
incredible.
God! Don't.
Bust the place up.
I don't know if I
Just
paid the
go.
insurance policy. Please
Okay.
don't hurt yourself.
Joe says it's about time you're back in studio. By the way.
Yeah, see,
Oh, he's
See?
been
Doug,
busy
See, you got a-
boating.
You got a fan out there.
He's been
No,
busy
I mean,
boating.
Doug.
and
Well,
having
Doug.
I'm
fun.
doing what you're doing, actually. We sold our house in Rosemont,
Oh.
bought a townhouse in Red Wing. And
Oh, you're downsizing?
so, yeah.
Doesn't it
Mm.
suck?
5,200 Sarah, I almost drove her crazy.
Oh, yeah.
5,200.
I'm selling like 75% of our
Yeah.
belongings.
Wow.
Yep.
I came home one day and she had found a box that I had failed to open in 2009 when we moved in.
See, oh,
Mm, yep.
yeah,
Get
I've
rid
got a
of it.
few of those.
Yep.
Yep.
Members only jacket.
Mhm.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, I guess I
Okay.
to steal
yeah,
the
what-
line from The Sopranos.
Oh, yeah, I
The
think-
last
Sopranos,
one.
baby.
Tom, I think you found one of those too.
I did. I absolutely
I'm surprised you
found
didn't
one.
find a Coogie sweater.
Yeah, I should have had a Coogie sweater.
Yeah, when Melissa and I combined our stuff and moved into Crystal, the garage was just like full of just whatever couldn't fit in the house. Just put it in the garage. We'll deal with it later. And then never did.
Yep. That's what happens.
You just got too much stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, but you don't know how hard you're working till at night you get so tired you can't stay awake past 9.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Well, just this,
physicality.
just
Yes.
this Facebook marketplace thing, which is great
It is
because
great. I
people
did the
come and
same
get your
thing.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we had like how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 fairly good size area rugs
Yeah.
to sell. Oh my God! I mean, they go quickly because
Yeah.
you price them for next to nothing.
Right. Price and cheap.
But people come and get it and take it away and give you like $150. It's great.
So what I did, I would throw in bonus stuff. Because a
Bonus
lot of
stuff.
stuff you're going to throw
Oh, I
away
got
if you
some
don't sell
shovels
it.
and rakes
That's
that
what I
nobody
did.
wants.
I sold a wood chipper and I said, hey, now you have a wood chipper. Would you like some steel shovels and some rakes? Sure, I'll take those.
Oh, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
awesome.
don't.
Mhm.
Townhouses doesn't mean you don't have zero gardening.
Well, I
tools,
know.
Just so you know, which I
didn't-
thought when we moved, and then I had to buy some stuff because I didn't realize.
I'm not good at throwing stuff away. I had
Oh.
some gardening tools that had my first wife's name on the handle. They
Ah.
were from like 1982.
Well,
Like, yeah, I'm not likely going to need these.
Oh yes, when my parents
you can Sam that off.
when I sold
Yeah.
their townhouse, which they had a large house out on Lake Minnewashta, they moved into a townhome.
Mm-hmm.
When they moved, little did I know that they left, I don't know, 4 truckloads of crap.
Oh,
For,
no.
oh, we moved everything. I'm like, no, you didn't. I found wooden handled hammers
Yeah.
from I don't even know when,
Probably the
God.
40s, probably.
probably the
Probably.
40s. I was like, oh my gosh, the stuff that I had to get rid of for them. And now I'm like, you know what? At least when we croak, they'll only have an apartment.
You know,
to
there's a
clean
term
up.
I've learned. There's a term for that. It's called death cleaning.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
talked
I
about it.
talked
I
about
love
that.
I love
Death
Swedish chef
cleaning.
cleaning.
Did you watch the show?
No, I just heard about it like
It's
3
actually-
weeks ago.
it's
Somebody
actually-
came over to the house and said, "Are you death cleaning?" I'm like,
What are you talking
Swedish
about?
"I
cleaning?
just met you on Facebook." I'm not
Every
sure
day
we're
of my
ready for
life
that."
is
Just-
death cleaning.
And the Facebook marketplace thing, just selling one thing is a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The communication, how many times you got to talk to somebody? Will you take $50? Well, no, I've got a full price offer. Will you take 75 if I take it right now? How about if I said, it's like, no, I've got, leave me alone. You want to pay full price.
There's
I
a
know
little
it's-
jacking around, but I don't know. It's still better than throwing stuff away. You
It
feel better
is.
about it.
Well,
It's
yeah,
not really
that's
for the
true.
money,
But
it's-
I mean,
Mhm.
you could just donate it and take
Yeah.
the tax rate off
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
But,
that's what
you
we
know,
usually do. It's
but the-
like whatever.
But the donation part is a little tricky because they don't take a lot of stuff anymore.
That's right.
Oh,
Like
really?
the
They don't
Goodwill,
take
unless your
rugs.
stuff is like brand new within the last 4 years, they don't even want it anymore. It's got
Nah.
a scratch. They're terrible.
They've never taken any or refused anything we've given them, except the stuff that they just like nominally do not take, like rugs. They won't take
No
appliances. They won't like
Yeah.
big
mattresses,
appliances.
any baby stuff.
Any basically any baby stuff they'll refuse. Yeah.
yeah.
So my best sale, a hide-a-bed couch. Those things
Oh.
are virtually sale proof, I think. And I actually got
Yeah.
$75 for ours.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And it took the couple because my back surgery couldn't really help them. And I said,
Oh.
Oh yeah.
my wife's 4'11". I have a bad back. Just please bring somebody to. It was a husband and wife, and I thought they were going to die getting that thing out of the house.
Oh yeah, we bought things on Facebook Marketplace where it's like, yeah, I'm surprised that my arm didn't detach
Yeah.
once we got into the house.
I know. And then you got to worry: are they going to slam into the walls and destroy? Are they going to
Mm,
get
right.
hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Remember that about 2-3 years ago? Maybe it was longer than that. Somebody bought a fold-out couch because, like I said, you said they're impossible to get rid of. Is that
Well, it's
is that
just
right?
because they're just
Well, they're so heavy.
heavy.
They're
Mhm.
heavy.
And
And they're
big.
terrible to sleep on. Other than that, it was a great idea.
There's some that are okay.
So this guy
But not
goes to
many.
Goodwill because these people apparently just gave it to the Goodwill, and he bought it from the Goodwill. Yeah, this was maybe it was longer than 3, 4, 5 years ago. Bought it from the Goodwill, brought her home. He's going to clean it all up, folds it out. There's a pillowcase folded up in the bed that's got 30 G's in cash in it.
Well,
And they have no idea whose money it is because they gave it to Goodwill. You don't give your name when you give something to
Yeah.
Goodwill.
no, just drop it off.
So they get 30 G's in cash for like a $100 couch. That's
Wow.
pretty good.
Wow.
That's really good.
I wonder which drug dealer forgot about their cash.
Yeah, I'd be worrying about the serial numbers on those bills.
Yeah, exactly.
Launder that as soon as possible.
I can imagine that finding that much cash. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I know a lot of people that they go through Goodwill, they go on Facebook Marketplace. Well, I don't know a lot. I know a few people. They buy stuff, clean it up, repaint it
Yeah.
or something, and then they sell it for like 5 times as much as they got
Yeah.
it for.
If that's what you want to do. I mean,
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
yeah, we
It's a
we
nice
had
little
a
side hustle.
we had
for
this
people that
neighbor
like that
kid
stuff.
who was probably like maybe 15 years old when we were downsizing. Well, not downsizing, but we were leaving Crystal. So we just like put stuff on the curb, and we put this lamp. It was like a 40-year-old lamp on the side of the road. And this kid bikes up and he goes like, "Whoa, are you giving this away?" I'm like, "Yeah, do you want it?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, definitely." And then he says he's gonna fix it up and sell it. It's like he could maybe get $10 for that thing, but it was to
Well,
him.
to a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, yeah.
no, that's a side hustle right there.
Yeah,
It's
why
the
not?
big dough. Sagey, come here. I
Why
got to show
not?
you something.
Can I sell a dog on Facebook Marketplace?
Judy,
Should I
Yes, you
sell
can.
this one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Judy.
Actually, I don't think you can sell
Look
them on
who-
Facebook
Look
Marketplace.
who's
You
I
give
think
them
you
away.
can
top.
give.
Can you
Yeah,
see him
can give
peeking
them
over
away.
the top?
You can't sell dogs on Facebook Marketplace.
You see Nana?
How about next door?
Look at Jude peeking out over the top of the
I
rim.
know. I don't know why Jude's very.
He's like his eyes are like this on camera. You
Yeah,
can see his
he's
eyes
acting
up.
like Ethan's here because he's afraid of Ethan. Because Ethan has a tendency to be really nice to him 1 minute and then
And then
lash
kick him.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Smash
then
him in
kick
the
him.
face.
And then kick him. Yes. So he's like, I really want to like the kid, but it's really hard to like him.
Poor Ethan. Trying his best. You like that picture of Jude peeking over the top?
Mhm.
Yep, it's a good dog picture. No question about it. So
Yeah.
what else is happening in the world? Anything important?
Oh, I don't know. Lots of things are happening.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's all important or good, or
Yeah.
I don't even know if we want to talk about the world, especially with Sage here. He gets bored with talking about the world.
Yeah, Sage, you don't like
I do
talking
too.
about the whole world, do you?
No, when you're a kid,
He's
Do you-
not even talking.
Do
to
you
me.
like talking about swimming?
swimming, he likes to
Swimming.
swim.
Swimming lessons.
hmm Golf.
Not
Any
swimming
sort of
lessons.
sports.
I'm talking about
Basketball, flag football, tackle football.
No.
Ah,
No.
No.
No, tackle football.
Hockey.
No.
Yes.
These are the two sports he's not allowed to do. He's not allowed
Yes,
to
I
do.
can. When I live away from you, I am.
Yes, when you're an adult man, you can play whatever
Perfect time
sport
to
you
learn how to
want.
play hockey.
Yeah,
Like
when you're already
28.
That you do what you need to
28
do, but nope.
What's
I'm
wrong with
gonna
Pee Wee
do
hockey?
practice.
They don't check each other.
But then it leads to
Oh.
non-Pee Wee hockey where they do check each other.
But the
And
thing is if
hockey-
you don't want them to do something, then they're going to want to do it twice as much.
Well, get a job and pay for it then. Not-
Ooh.
I will not be signing you up for hockey or
Go
football.
My
Get
daughter,
free lamps and sell them.
No, Dad won't sign you up for it either. We want your head to not be imploded.
Yeah.
my daughter played hockey for maybe
I'll
2
be
years.
Careful.
And there was a crisis in the house. She'd been to 2 or 3 practices, and she had a practice like 10 o'clock Sunday morning, and she woke up at 6 crying and all upset. I drove all over this effing town looking for pink stick tape
Oh my God.
because
boy.
all the other girls had pink
Yeah.
stick tape. I finally
Mhm.
found it at Target of all places. I went to Two
Pink
Play It Again Sports.
stick.
Oh, we're out. We know we
Oh,
sell
boy.
a ton of them.
And no friend of hers could give her some leftover
Yeah,
pink
It
stick
wasn't
tape.
that big a crisis, but I
Oh.
remember thinking, boys would never do this unless you gave them pink stick tape.
Just
and they did it.
give her green stick tape and gaslight her into thinking she's colorblind.
No,
This
just-
is pink,
Just
honey.
say this is
That's
the new
brilliant.
pink.
I'm
Green
worried
is the
about
new
your
pink.
children.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It looks pink to me.
I have an idea for the DOT to help
The Department of Transportation?
Yep.
It's
to
like,
help
Okay.
move traffic along. Do you think if they stuck signs on the side of the merging lanes saying this is where you speed up,
I know.
that would help people understand that they need to move into the lane fast?
I've been so spoiled because I've just been driving from the boat down to Red Wing to work on the new place. And it's like, do I want to take the country roads in Wisconsin or through Ravenna Township?
Uh-huh.
past
Yeah.
there? It's
Ah.
awesome. And I
Beautiful.
drove through, I haven't been on 494 in probably 6 months.
I'm
At
sure you don't
35W.
miss it. I'm sure you don't miss
They've been
it.
talking about fixing that for 20 years. And I guess this is the year
Well,
that
they
they're
keep
going to do it.
fixing it though.
Well, they're going to straighten out the 494 to 35 interchanges.
Oh,
They've
okay.
been talking about that forever. And
Now,
now
we
they're gonna
drove
do it, and
from
it's terrible.
Edina to North American Banking Company up in Roseville.
hmm
Honest to God.
Oh,
The
that's
traffic.
well,
that's
there's
a hell of a
not
drive.
an area that doesn't have a lane closed
Yep.
Yeah.
or something going on.
Yeah, true.
So it's just, you're going 90 and then all of a sudden, slam on your brakes. You're going 90, slam on your brakes. They're like, this is fun.
Well, I noticed this morning because
So
I
fun.
took a different way to get to work this morning. Highway 55 is closed east of about Louisiana Avenue.
Just closed.
It's closed.
Oh, that's
all
always
torn up.
convenient.
At least the eastbound is. I don't know about the westbound, but the eastbound.
Plymouth
was
to
closed.
Golden Valley project. Yep.
Yeah.
July
go.
15th through July 29th.
Oh, so we got a 2-week period.
Hmm.
Only
Yeah.
got
That's a
5
long
more
time.
days.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
yeah.
just don't go that way.
Doug was commenting on how horrible traffic is now on the way in this morning.
No,
See, we
everybody's back
country
to
people
work.
aren't used to the.
Yeah,
We
I got no
get
traffic
traffic.
on my drive in.
Oh, here we go.
Of course, it takes half an hour, but still.
That's not bad
Why are
though.
you so lovey-dovey? What is up with you? Usually you just go throw yourself in a
Judy.
corner and sleep.
And make
That's,
weird noises.
and we make snorky noises.
Mhm.
I don't know what's going on.
Snorky.
Snorky.
Boy, I tell you one thing. Oh, it's good. He's wandering off. But I was going to look at the top stories in the Star Tribune. One teen girl killed, injured when hit by a car. 18-year-old driver dies, passenger injured in rural Stearns County. Pedestrian struck and killed by Metro Transit light rail train. Jesus, those are the top 3 stories in the Star Tribune. What is this all about?
I don't know. Could be.
I
people
thought
need
they
to put
would
their
been.
phones down.
Well, we might as well get to politics. I'm surprised
Oh, no.
that
He goes, "Oh,
you know
no."
they listed the short list of what do they call it? She sent out vetting packages to people that are on the
for the
short
VP,
list of
yeah.
for VP, and Tim
Mhm.
Walz was one. Of them.
Tim Walz is on there.
That's
Yeah.
never going to happen.
Yeah,
What he did to the city of Minneapolis during
Yeah,
George Floyd
I
and
agree.
COVID,
Yeah.
there's no way people are going to go for him.
Yeah, but I was
And squandered a
surprised.
surplus
Yeah.
and then raised taxes. No, I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, it's like of all people, why him?
Well, because he has been instrumental in really pushing progressive agendas, and
Yeah.
he's been very successful. So he's
That's true.
He's been acknowledged for being a champion of
He's not a-
progressive causes. So, and that's what this is all about.
He's not a champion.
Well, I
He's
think-
an ass kisser, is what he is.
I think the
Well, it
other,
doesn't
some
matter.
of the
That's
other
what they
choices are
want.
because they're very close swing states, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
what's his name in Arizona, Mark Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they were talking about Minnesota's pretty much in a dead heat now. That's
And
what
I'll believe it when I see it.
well, that's true because
Yeah.
I've never known it to go any other.
No.
I mean, even when Reagan,
I think Reagan, one of his years,
I think so.
I think his second term he won.
Yep.
He went 50-0, I think.
Really?
I think that is
Wow.
right. And there's one other time that Minnesota was the only state that didn't go.
Well, that would have been Mondale.
Yeah, that was,
was
Walter
Mondale,
Mondale.
Yep.
Walter Mondale.
Oh, yeah. Mondale. Weren't we the only state that voted for him?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Because he's from here.
Sort of
So-
embarrassing.
Well, I think
Slightly
because
embarrassing.
that who was he running against? Was that Nixon or was
no, he ran against. God,
Was it Reagan?
Reagan
that? I think it was. I think yeah. And I remember
in 84.
I remember-
he ran against Carter in 80.
I heard that Reagan basically said, "Hey Minnesota, don't vote for me because that's mean." And that's why I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I remember hearing.
God, I don't
Who
think that's going to be
knows?
happening this time around. Do you think, unless you brought up politics, do you think the politicians have gotten more and more filthy for money than they've ever been?
I don't know. If you look at American political history, there's always been people on the take.
Always.
Yeah, I just think we're more aware of it now just
Oh,
because
yeah.
of
Because
social
of this,
media.
yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Because we had no idea what was going on, and now we know, and it's like, what the heck?
The money.
The money.
These people just become billionaires worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and some are billionaires.
Yeah, it used to
Like,
be just
what?
a little skim a little off the top. Now it's just like, what the hell?
I know. It's pretty
Yeah, and
amazing.
it's-
I think
Money laundering
Elizabeth
through all-
Warren's
yeah.
right. They should all have blind trust when they're serving.
I agree.
Yes,
Yep.
It's okay
absolutely.
that they have investments. I mean, most people in national politics are relatively wealthy anyway.
Right.
They're going to have outside income.
Mhm.
Right.
But to be able to be on committees that's going to tell you what's going to happen,
Yeah.
that's not really fair.
But it's amazing since oh God, no, I'm worried about pronouncing her name. Kamala, right?
Yeah.
It's Kamala, yeah.
If
Okay.
you say it wrong, she
I know. I don't want to.
flies
I don't
in.
want to have a bomb dropped on the building if I say her name wrong. Ever since she was the most unpopular VP polling ever, apparently.
I think so. Yeah.
And now that they have, she wasn't really. She just was like installed. She really wasn't elected by anybody.
yeah, no, you get nominated by
Yeah.
or picked by
But
the
I mean-
president.
But there's been no choices. There wasn't anybody for people to actually vote for other than her and the delegates, right? So she's
No,
been
they didn't.
installed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
She's been installed. Anyway, ever since she has been, it was very interesting to watch the swing of the propaganda machine, how fantastic
Oh,
she
yeah.
is and how
Yep.
wonderful she is. And she's so smart. And when she talked, I got chills up and down my spine.
Oh,
It used to
boy.
be everybody mocked her, how horrible she was at public speaking. And now all of a sudden she's the greatest public speaker in the world. It is what are they calling it again? They're calling it something about coding. That they don't call it propaganda anymore. They call it behavior coding.
Okay.
Behavior coding, because you see the exact same story about the, whatever she just
Mhm.
did, and it explodes across the internet.
Yep.
And it's really interesting to watch this behavior coding, because for people who are very easily swayed with, I get free stuff or I'm scared, that is very effective.
Yeah.
So I don't think that people should dismiss her just because nobody ever liked her. And she did she did a horseshit job on the border czar
Yeah, she
thing.
did,
She never
yeah.
even went to the border.
Yeah.
How does the border czar do that? She has not been good. And her history of incarcerating Black men when she was a prosecutor in California, and there's a lot of baggage that she's got. It's just going to go away. It's all going to be
I don't know
rah
if it'll
rah
go away.
sis boom bah.
Because the GOP will bring it up at every chance that
But
they have.
it will be squashed because of this way that they can code. Because anytime somebody says something negative, they can just code in something and it just flies out with a bunch of propaganda. So it's really easy to change people's minds, is what I'm saying. And it's really easy for people to forget.
I think they should have the election next week and get it over with. There's
Yeah, it
nobody
works
sitting
for
on
me.
the fence anymore. There were
That's
some
true.
people because Biden, there's some people think that he's always been mentally incompetent. I don't happen to think that. I think he really deteriorated in the last 6 months. I mean, he went.
Yeah.
So that
You
was
sure did.
some people are like, he's just not. But now that he's out,
Well,
it's
that's
like,
another thing.
You're
I
either going
mean,
to vote
how
for
do
her, or you're going to vote for Trump. Let's just get it over
yeah,
with.
but I mean, how do you reconcile some of this? Like Tim Walz, he just met with Biden a few months ago and said he's as sharp as a tack. Amy Klobuchar,
Yeah.
Right.
sharp as a tack.
Of course.
Right.
That's
No worries, no worries. Oh, wait a minute, we need to get him out of here within 3 months' time.
Yeah.
Somebody's gaslighting somebody's line.
Yeah, I don't know about that because I watched my dad go downhill pretty rapidly. It was maybe more over a course of a year, but it was
you usually
startling.
see. I think people, I mean, have witnessed with their own eyes
Yeah.
him going downhill in
You
the
might
last
be right.
year,
Yep.
not 6 months.
Who started the rumor that he had died, by the way? Because that was all over
Because
the place
nobody
too.
had seen him, and there was some sort of
It's like, what?
emergency on Air Force One, and
Oh,
they
really?
were saying that they were going to bring him to the hospital, and then they said that there was going to be a chopper that was going to send him out east, and there was all this flurry of activity.
Yeah, an
So I-
80-year-old gets medevac. That's usually not a great sign.
yeah, so everybody freaked out because of that. And I don't know who was leaking all of this information about what was going on Air Force One, but
What did it turn out to be? What was wrong with
he did have, well, I don't know, he had COVID.
COVID? Yeah.
I mean, he's had it a couple of times and he's been vaxxed up the wazoo. So I don't
Is that how they vaxxed out? What the
Up
was?
your
Yeah,
wazoo.
that's how they do it.
It's pretty painful, which is why there's a lot of anti-vaxxers. If it just is in the arm, I would do it. But if it's up the wazoo, I'm gonna have to throw a big no. on it.
Apparently,
you,
the Air Force One thing didn't actually happen.
Oh, well, that was all over the place.
That was
so-
just hearsay and speculation.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Like
So-
I said, you can't, anything that is breaking news on the internet, wait 3 days, maybe
Oh,
5
yeah.
to
Oh,
find
yeah.
out if
Yep.
it's actually true. But that was what was going around on social media.
Mhm.
So I saw a post. It was NBC actually, and they had pictures of all the people that she'd sent the vetting packages to.
Mhm,
And one said Tim Walz,
mhm.
and it was a picture clearly not of Tim
him.
Walz.
I know.
And it was Mark Waltz, who's a Republican senator from Florida.
Oh my
So
God!
somebody's
Some
putting
intern-
it together,
some
going,
intern,
"Okay, this
Walz.
Waltz, there he is. He's a politician."
Yep.
Dude,
Close
he's
enough.
a Republican. She's not going to pick him.
She should.
Think.
That would be interesting.
Want
wouldn't it?
unity.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Well, they gave that deal up after the first, after Washington.
Yeah, is a president allowed to pick a VP from
Yes.
the other party?
Yeah,
they
it
just
used to
never
be.
Well,
have.
actually,
Pick anybody you want.
and originally the VP was the candidate that lost the
Yeah.
election.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Very
I
briefly.
forgot
And in
about
Hamilton, they
that.
said we're going to change that. Remember?
Yep.
Started singing that song because it was about Aaron Burr.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's kind of an interesting idea, though.
It is
that
an
would be
interesting,
an interesting
idea.
idea.
They might have got it right.
Some balance.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
balance is a good thing.
Well, you'd be
Right.
guaranteed to have one person from each party at all times, basically, because we're a two-party system and we always will be.
Yeah, I agree with that. At least the way our constitution's written.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
How are things looking as far as the financial world is concerned? The reason I ask that is now because if you go through drive-through and get a burger, it's $15. I mean, when is
So
that going to dial
This
back?
is interesting because both Burger King and McDonald's have reintroduced like $5 value meals. I
Right.
think they're getting so much shit about
Yes.
$15 hamburgers.
Yep.
Well, it
It's
was
like, well,
insane.
it's
I mean,
The
my
same
God.
food, and you're just reintroducing. All you did is lower the prices. Come on, let's not kid ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not using inferior second-rate French fries, so they can sell them cheaper. It's
Let's see. You can get a Whopper Jr., a bacon cheeseburger, or a chicken Jr., whatever that is,
Chicken
plus
and
fries, chicken nuggets, and a soft drink
Oh,
For what?
for $5.
For $5?
Yep.
Really?
So-
McDonald's started it about a month ago, and then Burger King went, "Well, we're the kings. We can't be outsold."
They do have good fries at McDonald's.
Yeah,
though.
they
Their
do.
fries are really good.
stop thinking about French fries, Tom.
I will stop thinking about French fries.
Do that.
But I mean, the price.
You can think about French fries.
Mhm.
He should
He
not.
does like a French fry.
I shouldn't. I just shouldn't. I shouldn't. He should.
I can read your. I know something about you. Let me think. Your favorite food when you go out would be chicken strips.
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Is it pizza like
Well,
every
it's
kid
close.
on earth?
He does order a lot
No.
of chicken
Is
tenders.
it chicken nuggets?
It's a fruit.
Oh, it's a fruit.
Really?
Oh, he's a big fruit fan.
Durian.
Huh.
No.
What fruit? Watermelon?
No.
It's one of the main fruits.
Main ones.
You know,
Berries.
you could just
fruits,
tell
of
us.
course.
Grapes.
Berries.
Yes, Nana got it.
Right.
Grapes.
It's
Yes.
grapes. Okay.
Red or green? I bet they're green.
Or do you not care?
I was saying, I don't think he cares.
I don't think he
I've
cares.
tasted the blue grapes. I think it was blue.
Oh, the purple ones?
Yeah, like the
They're pur-
dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they look
the
blue, but they're
purple.
purple. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to
And
become a
then-
wino
I've
later
gone
on?
out with
I like
Sage
all
many
types
times where
of
he's stolen
grapes.
all my grapes from
Mm.
my fruits.
Yeah.
Loves a grape.
He does like a grape.
Yeah. But he
Ethan's a major berry fan still. All he wants to eat is berries.
Yesterday, I mean, 2 days ago, we had lunch downstairs, and then
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday, I think.
Mhm.
No, that was Monday.
It was?
Why am I
Wow.
so off
That
this
was
week? I have no
Yeah.
idea what's going on. Oh,
What
remember?
is that?
Remember, we went and I picked up some coffee and they gave you some free
Ooh.
grapes.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Mhm.
yeah.
Nice.
I was very happy about that. And the day before, yeah, when we went out to lunch, that's
Yeah,
right. We went
on
both
Monday.
times. That's
Yeah.
why I'm confused.
Mhm.
They gave him a free cookie.
Cookie.
There's
Mhm.
something to be said for being 6 and cute.
Yeah.
Mm.
Free
Sure
cookie,
is.
That-
Same grape. Free cookie, free grapes, same day.
Well then. Don't
We
become
should-
allergic to grapes. That's the mistake I made as a kid.
What?
You're
I
allergic
ate so
to
much
grapes.
kiwi that I became allergic to it.
No. Well, you always do that.
Yeah,
Tasty.
you had
You
food jag
always-
problems.
hmm
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No question
So
about
when
it.
does the Olympics start?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow.
Or is it today?
Actually,
No.
Kristen said some of the events start today.
They start
Well, the
today.
openings-
Soccer
but the-
and rugby.
Rugby
But
and
the
football
opening ceremony
Oh.
is
is
Thursday, I think.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah.
I
Let's see.
think basketball starts in 2 days or tomorrow.
and it goes on for how long?
Long time. Too
2
long.
weeks.
2 weeks ish. Yeah.
2
Yeah,
months,
2
Amy says.
2
I
days,
said
2
too
hours,
long. Oh, I
6
thought you said
minutes,
2
and
months.
33 seconds until the opening ceremony.
Well
So
then.
it is
my.
So it's I
6
was gonna say, I
hours and
thought it was
33
Friday.
seconds.
Must
2
be-
days, 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 22 seconds.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
So
done
it's
till
at
Friday.
12:30 on Friday?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Oh, because they've got all that opening stuff. They've got
That's-
Opening
Yeah.
ceremony.
That's
yeah, but I
probably-
mean they do a
on
lot of
Friday.
stuff.
Dan will be very happy that he's working from home. He's obsessed with the Olympics.
hmm
Loves the Olympics.
I used to love the Olympics, then I just
I love
fell
the
apart.
Olympics,
Yeah.
but I've never watched it.
Oh, well.
You have watched it
You watched
actually.
more.
Yeah, you probably won't
Portions.
even remember.
Yeah, you
it's,
probably.
it's every 4 years.
I
so-
remember
Well,
watching-
every 2 if you do winter.
I remember watching skiing with you, some sort of skiing.
Yeah.
when I was babysitting
My
you.
dad does. I think the only sporting skiing thing is my dad doing the Berkey.
Berkey, yep.
hmm
That's
The
the, only skiing
Birkebinder?
event. Yeah, Berkey binder.
Birkebeiner.
Birkebeiner.
Something like
Yeah,
that. So what are you going to do? When you grow up, what sports are you going to play?
Basketball.
Basketball? You're
Indiana.
going to be tall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you be tall. Muggsy Bogues.
Oh yeah, Muggsy Bogues.
How
You gonna
old-
dunk?
How tall is he?
I think he was like 5'4".
Really?
He had thighs like this.
Yeah.
And he
Oh.
could
Yeah.
dunk.
He could dunk.
Oh, he's one of
at
those
5'4".
tiny.
He was like
But
a
he probably
cat.
had to get a running start.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, he would.
No.
I
He was
remember
like a
watching
cat.
him play. I was at a game sitting under the basket, and he'd drive the lane, and you'd just see these legs. You wouldn't even see the rest of his body. So,
God.
That's crazy.
Muggsy Bogues is actually 5'3" apparently.
5'3".
Yeah,
That is-
he was little.
Earl Boykins is 5'5".
Spud
Uh,
Webb was another.
Spud
short
Webb
guy.
was
Spud
short.
Webb was 5'6".
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of sub 6 foot tall. A
Huh.
lot of actually sub 5'10" basketball players.
Really?
Well,
A
what
lot of them.
position do they play? You wouldn't want them
Well,
to
they'd
be
be playing
forward.
guard.
Oh.
Playing
Shortstop?
guard, yeah.
Well, how do you
Point
guard
guard.
somebody?
Shortstop. That's exactly
How do you
right.
guard somebody that's 6'9"?
You,
Be
Very
tough.
And you're that
carefully.
little.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I mean, really, how can you? You could steal the ball probably pretty quickly. 'Cause
Yeah.
by the
Yeah.
if they're dribbling above their heads.
That's why they should do like, you know, how
Yeah.
boxing has weight classes. They should have height classes.
You probably should.
There you go.
But
Yeah.
then what are you going to do with somebody like Manute Bull, who was what, 7'7"?
He wins by default every time.
Wasn't he 7'7"? I think he was.
Yeah.
7'7".
7'7".
He was not Minute.
No, he was not Manute. but
He was 7'7". Yep.
God, 7'7". That's a big fella.
We
So,
have, I think, 4 Timberwolves players in the Olympics.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Really?
Oh, Gobert's playing for France, right?
Yeah.
Gobert's playing for France.
Yeah.
Edwards is playing for USA.
No.
Is Towns in the
Nils
team?
Reed is not. Towns is playing for the Dominican Republic.
Oh, wow. That's
And then what's his face is playing for Canada.
So I don't understand how the Olympic basketball works then. I mean, our American players are playing for other countries.
No, they're not.
And I
They're
think
from
what
the
his
other
name
country.
No, it's
yeah,
Oh.
Gobert's French.
Yeah.
I know, but he doesn't play in the United States.
He
Yeah, he
for
plays in the
Minnesota.
U.S., but
Yeah, so-
he's not.
that is weird,
American.
isn't
It
it?
is weird. to
Jaden
me.
McDaniels is playing for Canada.
Yes, Jaden.
Yeah, he always looks like he's 1000% stoned. Always.
On the
Might be a
court,
reason for that.
Might be.
Always.
something could have led to that. Is that what you're
And
saying?
he also, like, just bless him, but he just doesn't seem like the brightest bulb in the box.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to watch a lot of Olympics. I haven't watched the Olympics in years.
Well, part of it is when it started getting all weird to watch it.
Yeah.
It used to just be on the TV. You know, they would just play it, and it was easy. And now it's like you've got to have
You have all
15
these
different
streaming places
Yeah,
that all compete
Right.
for it. Yeah.
You can't find it. It's on
Mhm.
at 3:00 in the morning on YouTube. It's just like it's
Yeah.
not easy to watch the Olympics anymore. In my
You just got to go
opinion.
there.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
God, remember when television was free and now streaming nothing's free?
Uh,
Like free V, I guess.
I don't know about 8 minutes of ads per half an hour being free per se.
Yeah, well, there you. That's
It
exactly.
did get worse and worse. Yes.
It did. There's no
Yeah.
question about that. So, what else is happening in the world? I can't look at the newspaper because it's all about people dying. Everybody's dying, for Christ's sake.
Did everybody get out of their airports after 4 days? Of
Oh,
being
I was-
No,
stuck?
I have
I
a
was
friend
stuck.
still stuck
You
in
were
New
stuck?
Jersey.
Where were you
Yeah, I
stuck?
had to go down to my mom and stepdad. We had to move them into a different facility up in Prescott, Arizona.
Okay.
They're
Prescott. It's
Prescott.
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 That's right.
Prescott.
Is it off the 25?
Yeah, really nice place actually, and they're doing okay. But there were so many things that I needed to do, and
My parents were
legal
just
stuff
north
and-
of Prescott. We
Yes.
used to go, oh, you should do yourself a favor.
Prescott.
yeah.
What's the name of the pie place?
Rock something.
Yeah.
Black Rock.
Hey.
I
Oh my
think
God, the
Rock
best
Canyon, something like that.
pie.
Yes,
Okay.
we got
It's
one
right
of
up
those.
there somewhere.
It's like
Right.
right on
if
the
you're
off the
driving
highway.
off the highway, that's the only thing.
Let's see if I
Well,
can find
They
it.
used to have a ton of billboards, but now they've stopped. But their mixed berry pie
Oh,
is
Yeah.
perhaps the best pie.
it's
I would
so
go
good.
back to Arizona just to
for
get that
Yeah,
pie.
it's
Then
really
take
good.
And
Southwest Airlines, not
your
Delta.
parents like pie.
Yeah,
You will be
Yeah.
the hit of
You
the
will be.
home
I will have
if
to
you
do
bring
that next
the
time I go.
pies. It's so good. Black Rock something.
So we're supposed to fly back Friday at 6, and we were on different itineraries, and it's a boring story why that happened, but we got messages that our flight had been canceled. And I was just
flying
been
Delta?
reading on the internet about stuff happening all over the world. So I tried to rebook all day long. Finally got Sarah on a 6 a.m. flight Saturday,
Ugh.
but I couldn't get on one. Drove down to the airport because I figured, well, we're going to need to stay someplace, and they'll fill up if it's as bad as I think it is. And but we did get home Saturday night.
Oh, you
right?
did?
So yeah, but it was just a day. But we
'Cause I
were on
guess-
hold for 10 hours, and
Ugh.
their whole system was all screwed up. Southwest Airlines was unscathed by this because
They must
they're
not use
still,
crowd. What is it? Crowd-strike or
The crowd
something?
strike,
Rock,
yeah.
Yeah,
Rock
CrowdStrike is-
Springs,
it's-
Rock
Cafe.
Springs Cafe. Yep, I
Rock
found it.
It's-
Springs Cafe.
which is in Microsoft, but Southwest uses Windows 3.1.
What?
The 35-year-old operating system.
Wow.
Well, I
Well,
don't doubt it because I remember when I worked for TCF in the mid 2000s, everything was text based, like typing everything. There
Oh,
was no
wow.
mouse. It was DOS programs because it's like, well, we know they're secure, we know they work. Why change it?
Well,
Well,
there's something to be said for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of businesses operate that way. It's
Yeah.
like we're not going to change it unless we have a good reason to.
Yeah.
yeah, because I've been hearing about
But
people
Windows 3.1.
That's I don't know if I trust that.
living in the Atlanta airport for the last 4 to 5 days because there's
Fun.
no cars. There's no way to get anywhere to get a car because everybody that could drive, had a reasonable drive, like a hour and a half flight, they all jumped on getting the cars.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I was worried about that happening, so I quickly booked a room at a Hilton that was a couple miles from the airport. I'm like, we checked in. It's a nice place. And then I
Sure.
went to return the rental car. Yeah, it's the crack town. So I had to put gas in there was
dear.
2 gas stations I would not stop at 3 p.m. because there's 10 women. They're like 85 pounds, mini skirts on, no teeth, approaching every car. I'm like, oh, my God, this is just
yeah.
Is this in
depressing.
Minnesota?
No, in Phoenix.
In Phoenix. Oh, I've never seen
Good
that there.
gracious.
Yeah, they
Gross.
don't have. I don't think they have crack whores in Bloomington. Maybe they do, but not
Probably
that
at least
many
Close
of
to,
them.
one.
close to 35, they do.
Yeah,
That one little exit there, kind
Yeah.
of scary.
yeah, a little scary. But yeah, this was like it was an oasis in the hood apparently, but we survived, and it was
Are they back to normal yet? The
tomorrow.
airlines?
Delta's the last one. They're still having operational problems.
Well,
They
they're the
canceled, like,
biggest.
Yeah, my friend Paige has been stuck in New Jersey. She's supposed to come home on Sunday, and she's still stuck there. And she's supposed to fly out today, and then she found out last night that they delayed it 6 hours. And she's like, I don't know if we're even going to be able to go home.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, we had to stand in line for 4.5 hours, but we made it, and it happens.
Oh,
Think
That's
about
not
it.
fun.
No, it isn't. But
No.
in the back of my mind, because I'd read that it had also shut down some hospitals and they had to cancel some surgeries.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
So it's like, okay, I'm going to get home a day later, or I could be waiting for a life-saving operation and die.
Right.
I guess I'll stand in line.
How does this
Shut
kind
up.
of thing even happen? I just don't get
Everything's interoperative.
Yeah.
Everything relies on everything else working, and if one thing goes down, it all just falls apart.
and they don't have a backup.
Nope.
That just doesn't make any sense to me.
No,
Yeah, it
at
was
all.
like
no.
caused because of a routine cyber update or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Some
Why
company
not
pushed
have-
out an update and it just broke
yeah,
the
why
whole
not
world.
have redundancy where
I know.
it just doesn't make
You'd
any
think.
sense?
You think.
Yeah, and what is CrowdStrike actually?
It's an anti-spyware
Yeah,
software that
it's-
Microsoft uses to protect the Microsoft network.
Okay.
Because they're really,
I'm guessing
at
you can buy
size,
that
you've got-
stock super cheap right now.
Yeah,
I just did
cybersecurity,
yesterday.
Yeah.
threat
I
intelligence.
bought a little bit yesterday.
Oh
Did you?
yeah.
I'm a contrarian when it comes to stocks.
Sure. When
It
it's
is
buy
very-
low,
Yeah.
sell
Well,
high.
it
That's
is
what you do.
certainly low right now.
Delta's probably took a huge hit too. I'm sure a lot of people got mad and sold their Delta stock.
CrowdStrike went from 377 to 266.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
30% down
Yep.
in like 5 days.
Yeah.
And people will forget all about it in 3 months.
Yep, exactly.
Unless Microsoft, after it's over, says we're no longer, and then it's my investment.
Yeah, then
That's
it's
true.
worthless forever.
That's true.
We'll see.
Yeah, the world's an interesting place.
I would agree. Oh God, the headline that just popped up on CNN, because I just look at headlines, I don't even look at stories. Trump-
90% of the people.
Trump reemerges to an entirely new race. Well,
Reemerges.
reemerges.
Where did he
What is
emerge
that?
I don't
from?
think he was ever
Where did he submerge
from
to?
the hospital.
The
I guess.
Batcave? What's
I don't
So I watched Hillbilly Elegy the other night.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And it was really a good movie. Have you seen it?
I saw it a long time ago.
Yeah, because it came out in 16, but Glenn Close is terrific playing his grandmother. I mean, and Amy Adams as his mom. They were really, really good.
Well, I remember when it came out and everybody was talking about it was some sort of political thing. I
Yeah.
was like, it's not political. What? It's not political.
I didn't
It's
think
just
it
a
was
story of
political at all.
somebody's life.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't make his mom look too good.
No,
No.
not at all.
No, he was raised by his grandparents or something like
Well,
that.
his
Yeah, he
mom,
lived with
his
his
mom was
grandparents,
she was addicted to something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
well, she's an
addicted.
heroin addict.
Mhm.
Heroin. Yeah. real nice.
Well, she was an RN, and I think she got addicted at work, not to heroin, but it's the
Painkillers.
pain
Oxy?
stuff. Yeah, Oxy.
Oh.
Thank you.
No. What do you think about their? Okay, so Minnesota now is it okay? So when a woman is pregnant
Mm-hmm.
and she is doing drugs, she can be prosecuted for that.
Yeah.
Now they've
Yes.
said no, we're not going to prosecute women for
Right.
doing drugs while they're pregnant.
Huh.
Yeah, that just came
I
out this
mean,
morning, right?
It would make sense that you would more likely put them in some sort of treatment program than put them in
Right.
jail.
Yeah.
Because in jail they still do drugs.
Not as much as you would think.
Where do they
It's a
get
little
the
harder to
drugs?
get drugs in jail than
Yeah.
it is
Pull
on
it
the
in.
streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it still isn't going to solve the problem,
Yeah.
right? I mean, they don't put them in solitary confinement and drug test them constantly in jail, I
No.
would guess. So I don't know what to think about that. A lot of people are very wound up about that.
Everybody's
sure
wound
they
up
are.
about everything. There's no question. You want to hear a couple of headlines on CNN?
Sure. Why is Sage running around with fistfuls of money?
He found some money for me, so I gave him a taste.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
He found money under Dad's chair
Yeah, he
Oh.
found
after
it
he
on my
left.
that's
and
not uncommon.
Sage returned it to him.
That's not uncommon.
Sage returned it to him, and then Dad gave him
And Dad
$3.
said, here you go, kid. Buy
Why?
yourself something
You got a
nice.
reward for
$3.
being honest.
Mm.
It was $3 bills and a $10 bill.
And you got
That's
the
what he
three?
found.
That
He
was
got
the,
the three.
and I got
Nice.
the.
Hey, I had some movers come into the house and hand me a 20 that was under your bed.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
I was like, shocking that somebody would be
I
that
know.
honest.
That's
I was like,
interesting.
wow,
Yeah.
thanks for your
That was
honesty.
really, really great.
Yeah.
Well, Goodwill gave me back Dad's social security card
Yeah,
What?
they
that they
did.
found.
They did. Yeah.
So
Interesting.
Where?
it was just like in a box of stuff.
It's pink too.
It's very old.
Apparently washed it with a pair of red pants and it turned pink. My social security card is pink.
You know, you can get a
Fancy.
new one.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as you're
There you go.
as long as you're on their system, it's what is it? SSI.gov
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something like
Something
that.
like that, yeah.
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 As long as you're in the system, you can just click a little button saying, I need a new social security card.
Well, I like mine. I like my
You like
pink
your
one.
pink one.
I
We
do
have the
like it.
kids ones. You have to sign them when you're what, 16, isn't it?
A lot of people do it at birth now. I thought you had to do it
Oh,
at
really?
birth.
You get them at birth, but they have to sign it when they turn 16.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
All
I
right.
didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I
Well, like
don't know if I ever did sign mine.
I found mine in a random box with a bunch of pictures in your attic when you moved out of Golden Valley.
Why didn't I put that in the firebox?
It's a great question.
Yeah, there
A
you
great
go.
question.
I mean, what purpose does a social security card even have?
I mean, yeah, if you know the last 4 digits of
Well,
your
you-
number, you're
That's
really.
what I used to think.
You,
But
need, you need it when you take a job with people that,
Well, I don't ever
companies
plan
that are
on
gonna-
doing that. So
you
well, then
need
you
it.
don't need it.
You need it when, like when you're moving and you want a driver's license in another state.
Yeah.
It's very helpful
oh yeah, I suppose.
to prove
Yeah.
who you are.
I'll just change my identity. It's easier.
We could have brought it like to get our my name change.
Oh
But I
yeah.
have to
Oh, yeah.
Bring it. Yeah, like 3 different forms of identification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
they actually are useful. And then when
Uh-oh.
I needed my social security for our residency in Florida, and I went in and found out that my social security number wasn't registered under my name
There wasn't?
Oh, no.
because there was a wrong, my birth date was wrong.
Oh.
God.
So I don't know what happened there because I've been getting my social security tax
Yeah.
stuff. All of a sudden they're like, who are you? Yeah, it took a lot. 3 visits to the Social Security office to get that straightened
Oh,
out.
boy.
Yeah,
Gotta get it and get my driver's license changed. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you got to get
I
it
need
changed,
to-
you have
Pally.
the real ID.
Dan and I have to update both of our passports are expired.
Oh,
We're trying to go somewhere in October.
you better hurry up. It's like sometimes 6 weeks processing.
No, I
if
guess you
not
can like
longer.
just like order, like you can take the picture online and order it online.
You
now.
can, yeah, but
Oh.
they keep on saying that processing times
Yeah.
are really, you can pay a premium Somehow, if
yeah.
you pay
To, like,
another
rush it or
$75,
whatever, yeah.
it's not a long processing time.
I know we need to figure out where we're going,
Yeah,
and then
that would be nice.
figure out a passport.
Still going to
Before
go to South
going-
America?
I have no idea.
Have you ever
We'll
been to
see.
South America?
No, Belize, well, that's Central America.
Yeah, that's Central America.
Beautiful. The only problem is everybody will tell you that it's unbelievable. It's like, okay, this is the worst joke ever.
Okay.
I have some friends that are right now on a cruise in Croatia, and they're sending pictures back. It's
Everybody
like,
loves Croatia.
I
do.
want to do
Everybody.
Yeah.
I really want to go
I know
there
that's.
too.
I feel like that's the difficult thing because it's our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, we should go somewhere, and
Go to Croatia.
like, there's so many places.
We'll just
How
pick
do
one.
we choose?
I
Dan's
know,
like
I
Japan.
know people that went
I'm
to
like, no.
What do you
Croatia
like to
who
do?
are world travelers have
Everything.
gone everywhere, absolutely everywhere, and they keep going back to Croatia
Hmm.
because they love it so much.
Well, all right.
The people are very nice.
Yeah.
It's inexpensive.
It is inexpensive.
They
It's like-
love
It's like a
Americans.
cheap Italy.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's right across the Mediterranean Sea, right from
Yep.
Italy.
Uh-huh.
It's
All right,
supposed
we'll
to
add
be
it-
just gorgeous.
We'll add it to the list.
I don't know how you fly there or how many stops you'd have to take, but
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know how
that's
you
it.
fly to.
That's the downside of that. It'd take
Let's look.
probably a day and a half to get there.
How do I get to Croatia?
you probably have to stop. maybe
Right.
I know. See, that's the
twice.
thing. I'm like, we're taking a week. Hopefully.
Yeah, so then you don't want to burn 3 days
I
out
know.
of a
And
week
Dan's like, let's go
traveling.
to Japan. I'm like, I don't want
Mm.
to like 2
Not unless you've got 2 weeks.
days getting there and then the jet lag and then I'm
10
like, no,
10 days minimum for a trip like that.
I know. But he's
Yeah.
like, when are we going to have
After,
10
after
days.
your children grow up, you'll have all the time in the world to
That's right.
travel.
if we go to,
Well,
there's 3 different Dubrovnik,
Dubrovnik, yeah. that's
Split, and Zagreb, Croatia.
Zagreb.
Dubrovnik's the only one I've heard of.
I've
so
heard of
let's say
Zagreb.
I
that-
think
I
it's
don't know.
Zagreb, isn't
I don't
it?
know why.
Is that how
I
it's
don't.
pronounced?
I have no idea.
I don't know anything about Croatia.
Well,
at
if we
all.
wanted to fly to Dubrovnik, let's see. If we left on
Although it's pretty popular now. Maybe there are flights out of like Amsterdam or
the
someplace.
12th of October. This is taking a long time. Okay.
Yes, it
What's
is.
I think.
know,
Oh,
it's,
so
like,
you're
very
going in
slow.
October though? Is that when you want to go?
Yeah.
I think it's more of a. I think Croatia is more of a summer deal.
Well, we've heard that every place that's a summer place
You can do a shoulder season.
is
if
great
it's
to
not
do in
too
the
bad.
early fall because then it's quieter and everything's not shut down quite yet
and cheaper.
and cheaper. Okay, so you can fly. You have to take a stop in Amsterdam,
Yeah. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it'd either be Amsterdam
which I'm
or
like,
Paris.
you always have to. Anytime I've gone anywhere overseas, it seems like I have to stop in Amsterdam.
I love that airport anyway.
If we left at 5:25 p.m., we would get there the next day at 12:35 p.m.
Gross.
12 hours and 10 minutes of travel time.
It's not
See?
bad.
And I'm just
No.
like, I don't know. I'm just like, I want to take a direct flight somewhere because
What?
what?
You like beaches and Mexican food?
That's the thing. We're kind of like,
I
we'll do
love
anything. Although we're not a lay around couple. Like we could lay on the beach for a day and then we'd be like, okay,
You should go to Antarctica.
we could do that.
There you go.
We
That's too
could
cold.
do
It's
that.
pretty crowded in October.
Why don't you go
Yeah,
to?
That's when the other people are there.
Mhm.
Smile on it.
Why don't you go to Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont?
There you go.
Supposed
Yeah,
to be
actually, you would
beautiful.
love that.
You
Do
would
the
love
North
it.
Do the spring fall
America.
tour.
Okay, if we wanted to go to, because another place we talked about was Argentina.
Don't
Buenos
cry for
Aires.
me.
How long does it take to get to Buenos Aires?
I bet that's- I
Argentina.
bet that's 10 or 12 hours too, I would bet.
Let's see. It's loading very slowly.
It's low,
Very slowly. I got a lot of gray boxes.
There's a lot of great places in
Well, in
America.
October
to see
it's going to be
still.
spring there, so
Yeah.
that's a good time to go. I'd
13
say.
hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Take a stop in Atlanta.
Maybe you should go to Hudson, Wisconsin.
Yeah, for real.
About a half-hour drive.
I know. And then when you start
It's also
seeing-
more expensive than flying to Croatia.
Well, and
to
then
go to
when you find out
Argentina.
how much it costs to fly anywhere, I mean, it's a good.
we have enough
$1,600.
we have enough Sky Miles that Dan has
Mm.
been saving
Hoarding.
up for this trip that we can fly anywhere just using Sky Miles.
I have this fantasy of going to Portugal first class,
first
$7,000.
hmm
per ticket.
And it's
No,
only going to get
I'm
worse.
checking.
For
So
business class, and I don't have any miles left because I keep giving them to you guys so you can fly down to Florida and stuff. And I don't have any extra miles anymore.
Way to go.
Porto, Portugal.
Porto.
Okay, let's wrap up the
Oh.
show here. It's
No.
honest to
I want to
God.
find out how much it costs.
Okay.
Basic economy. No. First class.
Never.
It's a lot of money.
Let's see what it says.
I think most people are pretty happy if they can fly first class for less than $7.
I haven't flown first class in probably 15 years.
Well, and now you need like 1 million miles for an upgrade.
Yeah, it's just not worth it.
Crazy.
It's not worth the
expensive.
money.
I know it isn't.
$3,544.
Well, it's so cheap.
Well, that's
Oh.
not bad.
If
Yeah,
you
that's
do
not bad.
premium select Europe economy,
Oh,
what does
So
that
what does
mean?
that mean?
I don't know.
Premium select refundable is $3,994.
So premium select on international flight is kind of like first class
Oh, is
in
it?
domestic
Oh,
travel.
okay.
Okay.
So it's
So
just a big
and then the
seat.
Delta One
first
is the
class
ones
is
that
the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
which is-
Delta One, and that's
Yeah.
But once
$7,000.
you've flown in
I've
your
ne-
little
I
pod,
know,
you never
I
want to
just-
go back. You just
Yeah.
don't
I
want
had
to
to
go
take
back.
2 trips to Israel and coach. I was just like
Oh,
God.
murderous.
Oh,
It was
It's
God.
horrible.
severe, and you're tall, so it's
Yeah.
really horrible.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the pods like 20 something years ago when we went to England.
Yep.
I remember.
Yep. It was just
Yeah,
it's delightful, and they
never
keep
So
bringing
premium
you.
select
Would you
is
like some warm
like first class,
cashews?
honestly.
Would you
Mhm.
like some? It's just
It was good stuff.
All right, time to wrap up. So I want to wrap it up with a vote
Oh,
from
Okay.
Andy, Nana, your mom, and you.
Okay.
not Doug.
How often should Doug come and be on the show?
Hmm.
Think he should come in every Wednesday?
Oh, he's moving far away.
Yeah. So
Red Wing, it's not that far.
An hour is not exactly close.
Okay,
You
so
trying to
then-
get rid of me?
Yes. Exactly.
Rasmussen, is
That's
that
what
what's
I'm
going on
trying
here?
to do.
Just give me
I never
every
liked your mother.
Wednesday.
I never liked your mom.
he goes,
yeah, I do a 35-minute drive every day. So 1
Not
hour
that-
a week. That's nothing.
not a big deal.
Ugh.
So, Doug, how often do you think you should come in?
It's up to you. I've got a lot of time on my hands, and I can't repaint the townhouse.
Well, coming in on Wednesdays would be great because it's
Yeah,
the
all right.
last day that Catherine and Alex and what's your name again? Sage something?
Sage Robert.
Sage Robert.
Let's just start
Rasmussen.
calling them SRR.
What do you guys think? Every Wednesday,
Yeah.
2 Wednesdays a month?
SRR.
You like
Oh, he
that?
likes that.
SRR.
They're just ignoring me
I'm
100%.
He can come in whenever he wants to.
Now,
He's
how
welcome.
often do you want him to come?
He's
Well, I
welcome.
would say 15 minutes would be.
Funny.
Maybe by
That's
phone.
enough.
Oh, I'm sorry, the
Every
phones are down today.
Wednesday.
God, they've been
Drive
down
the
every-
hour,
for the
say
last
hi,
3
and then
months.
leave.
Yeah, there you go.
enough. Oh my
All right.
gosh, you can fly to Japan for cheap.
Oh my God, it's time to goodbye. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Got a picture in my noggin reminds me of this rose before. Every time I get the scene reminds me how you talk in my door.